Hey everybody, and welcome back to the Blu-ray Hunter. I'm the Blu-ray Hunter, Jonathan Moody, and I've got a really fun show for you guys. We're going to be talking about my Chris Seaver collection. Understand, I've tried to do this like 3 times, and for some reason, I keep having issues with sound. So I'm gonna check. I'm gonna keep checking the sound and see if there's any problems. But if there is, I don't know. So here's my Chris Seaver collection, starting with my Bone Jack and Teen Apes Dirty Dozen. I've already showed this off in my like showcase, so hopefully you've seen this and you know that. So next after that is Anal Paprika Trilogy. I'm gonna tell a little bit about this. Yes. So this sounds like it's a porno, doesn't it? That is what Chris Seaver likes to do, make titles that sound like pornos, pretty much. A lot of them do. But it's not. I don't it's barely got any nudity in it either. So it does, I think, I know in the third Anal Paprika, Menage a Death, it has it, but in the first two, I'm not sure. Maybe the second one has it a little bit. But the movies are Anal Paprika 1, Anal Paprika 2, Vampire Killers, I think is what it's called. Yep, Vampire Killers, and Anal Paprika 3, Menage a Death. Let's see. The first Anal Paprika is only 22 minutes. The second one is 53 minutes, and the third one is 16 minutes. So each one gets a little longer. Anal Paprika 1 and 2 have audio commentaries on them from 2021, an interview with Laurie Swerzik, who's one of the stars, and audition and rehearsal tape and blooper reel. That's on disc 1. Disc 2 has, let's see, Anal Paprika 3, 2021 audio commentary, feature-length discussion with Casey Bowker and Chris Seaver, an interview with Doug Sackman. All right. Then Blood Trim and Bloody Giblets. So there you go. This is a double feature that has two short films on it. Blood Trim is only 26 minutes, and Bloody Giblets, the Legend of Lady Vandalay, is 31 minutes. The special features on this is a 2021 audio commentary with Chris Seaver and Casey Bowker on Bloody Giblets. Rare short film called Slumber Party Cheerleading Bucocks Get Slaughtered, Oh Word. That's 24 minutes. Requiem for Blood Trim 2 featurette, which was basically a little mini documentary about the making of Blood Trim 2, which is kind of a lost short that they did. Let's see. Meredith host and Chris Seaver discussion about Bloody Giblets. That's 35 minutes. And Jason McCall and Chris Seaver discussion about Blood Trim, which is 41 minutes, and original blooper reels. So there you go for that. All right. Next, so these are part of the LBP classics. So that was 1 and 2. This is number 3. And that is what is this? Karaoke Kid and Scrotal Vengeance. Karaoke Kid is 72 minutes. By far one of the longest. I think Deathbone is the longest he's ever done. This gets up there. And then Scrotal Vengeance is only 46 minutes. Karaoke Kid has audio commentary by Chris Seaver, Casey Bowker. Blooper reel, behind the scenes featurette, on-set interviews, original LBP Karaoke Kid documentary. Scrotal Vengeance has original blooper reel and a 2022 commentary with Chris Seaver, Chris Walk, and Casey Bowker. I've heard that commentary track is really good. I definitely recommend it. All right. This is basically a double feature with Meter Man 1 and 2. It's a duology. Let me read what it's got on here. It says Meter Man 1 and 2. Meter Man 1 is 40 minutes, and Meter Man 2 is only 21 minutes. So goes down there. Audio commentaries by Chris Seaver on Meter Man and Meter Man 2. Director's introduction to the features, that's 7 minutes. Never before released on disc, Bloody Nipples from 1996, that's 64 minutes. Never released before on disc Dark Magic, that's 1994, and that was 38 minutes. That's actually kind of cool. It's a short anthology, so it's a couple different shorts on it, which is really neat because like I wasn't, didn't know that was gonna happen. So awesome. Didn't know it was a anthology. It's pretty fun. Then there's Talk, and that's 38 minutes. Then Toxic Talk 1994 is 11 minutes. The Man with the Shiny Armor, that's 1994, and that's 6 minutes. The Closet Man, that's 1999, that's 3 minutes. Henry VIII, 1995, that's 16 minutes. And raw footage of Jason versus the Meter Man, 1996, that's 21 minutes. There you go. A lot of this, they used to have, Chris used to sell these DVDs that had a lot of these movies, and some of them were like Vintage Sievage, volume 1 and 2. And that Meter Man was on, I think on number 2, I want to say. So there you go. Then there's the Ghoulish Chronicles from Bonejack High and the House on Bonejack Hill, double feature. Let's see. Ghoulish Chronicles is 67 minutes, and House on Bonejack Hill is 47 minutes. The special features are never before released on disc, the films that didn't make it, feature-length VHS compilation from LPP's archives of 1991 to 96. It's 90 minutes of just shorts that they did back in the day. Bonejack, well, wow, that was very dyslexic. Bonejack Hill Remembrances, roundtable discussion with Chris Seaver, Jason McCall, Josh Schweier, Meredith Host, Heather Maxon, and Noel Williams on the House on Bonejack Hill. That's 44 minutes. Ghoulish Memories, that's a roundtable discussion with Chris Seaver, Jason McCall, Meredith Host, Heather Maxon, and Noel Williams on Ghoulish Chronicles from Bonejack High, and vintage behind the scenes of Ghoulish Chronicles of Bonejack High. That's 44 minutes. Next is a Heather and Pugly quadrilogy set. Really big fan of Heather and Pugly. They're two of my favorite characters that Chris Seaver ever created. I was begging for this for a long time, and Chris just kept saying no, it's not coming out. And he told me that apparently there was an issue with somebody on set for this movie that didn't want this to come out on Blu-ray, but they like agreed to it as long as it was a small, set, like, whatnot. So they, like limited copies. And so I had to get it. Like I had to get this. This is one of my favorite things, so I had to definitely buy it. So it comes with 12 Inches of Dangling Fury, which is a short film. That's 34 minutes. Then a Heather and Pugly Drop a Deuce. That's 62 minutes. Heather and Pugly Crucify the Devil. That's 58 minutes. And Heather and Pugly Cock Block the Apocalypse. That's 65 minutes. Disc 1 has 12 Inches of Dangling Fury. That's a 2012 edit. Heather and Pugly Drop a Deuce, and Heather and Pugly Crucify the Devil. Disc 2 has Heather and Pugly Cock Block the Apocalypse, compilation of behind the scenes footage from 2004 to 2006. That's 39 minutes. Footage from the long lost Heather and Pugly Christmas special. That's 10 minutes. And a roundtable discussion with Chris Seaver, Brad Austin, and Meredith Host discussing the legacy of Heather and Pugly. It's 98 minutes. So there you go. All right, now we're on to Chris Seavage's fan film Frights. And this comes with Friday the 13th Halloween Night. That's 34 minutes. It's from 1994. From Almost Night to Almost Day, 1996. That's 42 minutes. And the extras include 2022 audio commentaries on both films by Chris Seaver and Casey Bowker, 2022 interviews with original LPP members Jesse Green, Steve Jones, Jake Myers, and David Rashim Puckletner. Let's see, behind the scenes footage of Friday the 13th Halloween night, and a rare archival footage featurette of LPP's work from 1991 to 96 with optional audio commentary. So that's all. So all of these right here are all the ones I have. These are all part 1 through 6. There is a 7th, and I don't have that yet. And I don't know if it might be sold out. So I'm hoping I can get a copy of that on one of the next sales that Chris Seaver has. But right now, because of holiday season and I still have presents and other things to get, it's just kind of been hard. All right. Next up is The Weird Seeds. This is a what is it? A feature film that's kind of like Stand By Me. It's like Chris Seaver's Stand By Me. It's a Stand By Me mixed with Necromantic. It is from 2015. The bonus features include a 2015 audio commentary with director Chris Seaver, stars Meredith Host, Alec Lambert, and Casey Bowker. 2021 Desiree Seisha Remembers interview, that's 17 minutes. 2021 Shop Talk with cinematographer Clint Kelly and director Chris Seaver, that's 57 minutes. And 2020 Making Crapster piece with star Meredith Host and director Chris Seaver, that's 85 minutes. So wonderful thing. You can get this at mateflix.com. I definitely suggest you getting it. It's fun. Next is another movie. I think this was put out by Warlock Entertainment, Warlock Home Video. That's Chris Seaver's other company. This is Evil Night. I need to get more Warlock stuff. But this is a remake of Todd Jason Cook's movie Evil Night. So there you go. The commentary, it's got commentary with cast and crew, history of Evil Night, short documentary featuring interview with Todd Jason Cook, behind the scenes footage and bloopers from the remake, and a short documentary about Warlock. So, yeah. And last but not least on my list of films is Sex Squatch 1 and 2. It's a double feature. It has the first movie, and then it's got Sex Squatch, The Legend of Bloodstool Creek, and Sex Squatch 2, Sex Squatch versus Teen Ape. I think, if I'm correct, Sex Squatch 1 had like a documentary about the making of it, and Sex Squatch 2 had audio commentary. It does not list it on here, which kind of sucks. That the SRS did not put what was in, the extras that are in the thing, because it does have some extras. So some people may be like, oh, I don't want to get it if it doesn't have extras. It definitely has extras, so you're not just getting the movie, but it's all on one disc. So, and it's got a little thing for Deathbone, which I think is really cool. Aside from that, that's it. That's all my Chris Seaver collection. Next year I plan to get more films. By the end of the year, I'll probably have, I want to say I'll have a few of the Warlock films, if not all of them. And I'll try to get a couple more of these LPP classics. I'm hoping because I think they've been putting at least 2 a year, so I'm hoping that the next year we'll have at least 2 or 3. So I'm hoping, because there's so many more movies still that Chris hasn't put out on Blu-ray yet. And so I would love to see them make it on a Blu-ray disc. But I'm very happy for the ones I have. I do watch them. I like having them on Blu-ray because I have the DVDs, but the DVDs have gotten kind of worn out and they skip and they've got scratches on them. And I'm very terrible with my own DVDs, but the Blu-rays are easier to not scratch up and, whatnot. So there you go. So thank you guys so much for checking this out. Join me next year for brand new collections. I don't know what I'm doing yet. I've got to look at and see what I've already done and kind of figure out what I can do. So I figured I'd save Chris Seaver for last because next year I do plan to get more. And so next year I'll show off the ones I already have as well as the new ones. So expect a longer video than this one on that one. But anyway, hope you guys enjoyed it, and I will talk to you guys soon and see you in the next video. Until then, everybody, bye.